Right. Welcome to today's class. In this class, we'll be studying about two different pattern matching algorithms. So, what basically the pattern matching is? It is the problem of deciding whether or not a given string pattern is present in the main string. So, our task is to find whether some pattern P is appearing in the main string T or not. So obviously it must be assumed that the length of the substring or pattern is not exceeding the main string. Say for example, A to Z alphabets are there. A to Z alphabets are there. From A to Z, if you want to find B, C, D, E, so that is obviously present. From A to Z, B, C, D, E are present. So that is what is our task now. Given the main string, we should find the substring. So during discussion of pattern matching algorithms, characters are sometimes denoted by lowercase letters. So whatever these lowercase letters are there, A, B, C, we are referring these by using characters. Characters are referred by using these lowercase letters throughout our discussion. We are using these lowercase letters for talking about the characters. Then if some characters are repeating, then they are going to represent it like this. They are going to be represented like this. Say for example, CD, CD, CD. It is repeating three times. So that is represented like this. CD raised to 3. That means CD I am representing it by 3 times. And say one more example. For example, A is appearing 10 times. Then you can write it as A raised to 10. So that is some notations what we are using in these algorithms. If A is appearing 10 times, you can write it as A raised to 10. If XY is appearing 10 times, if XY is appearing 10 times, then you can write it like this, XY raised to 10. That is to indicate multiple occurrences, we use the exponential notation. That means by using exponents, we are going to represent the multiple occurrences of the characters. What is first pattern matching algorithm? This is very similar to substring what we had studied earlier. That is, just find the substring present in the main string, whereas P is the pattern which we want to search. We are going to search the entire text T to find the substring starting from the first character, and you go on searching the substrings from the main character. So this all theoretical discussion I'll be taking directly with an example. Say this is one example what we consider the generic example. If P is the pattern which I want to search, it is the pattern which we want to search. What actually is this P here? P is the pattern which is containing four characters, P1, P2, P3 and P4. That is something which is containing four different characters, right? So there are four characters in this P. In between, at whatever time, if you are facing any difficulties, if some network issues, you please let me know. Because if I power on the video also, then it will consume more bandwidth. That's why we'll be keeping usually the video off and we'll explain the class. If audio and video are not getting synchronized, you let me know. I'll switch off the camera. So this is the pattern, and this is where, and this is the actual text in which we want to find the pattern. So these two are the assumptions, pattern, and this can be any text, any sequence of characters which you want to find. So these are small occurrences, like how do you find the pattern? First, you search the first four characters, because how many characters are present in the pattern? There are four characters, 1, 2, 3, and 4 characters. These four sequence of characters, we should find whether they are present in this or not present in this string, main text. So how do you find substring algorithm? First, we will look at first four characters, sequence of first four characters, that is T1, T2, T3, T4. If they are matching, successful. If they are not matching, just ignore this. Then go for next four characters. That means what are the next four characters? T2, T3, T4 and T5 are the next four characters. If this is also not matching, then we'll go for next four characters. What are the next four characters? 3, 4, 5, 6. Next four characters are T3, T4, T5 and T6. If this is also not matching, then go for comparing next 4 characters. That means sequentially we will compare the characters from left side to the right side of the string. So that is a sample comparison. If even after doing all the comparisons, if the text is not available, if the pattern is not available at the end also, then we call it as the given pattern is not present in the main string. So this is just the same step what I told. We will go on increasing every time. This is just an algorithm, the steps for processing it, and we will compute its complexity by using C. That means how many comparisons we are going to do to find this pattern in the string. How do you find the efficiency? How many comparisons I am going to do to find the string in the given text? Say, for example, if we have something like, if we have something called A, B, C up to Z. A, B, C, D, E, F up to Z. Right? Characters are present up to Z. Say if in this sequence of characters, if you want to find D, if you want to find D, how many comparisons you have to do starting from the left? So first compare D with A. Is it equal? No. We have made one comparison. Compare D with B. Is it equal? No. We have made one more comparison. Compare D with C. Is it equal? No. Then one more comparison. Compare this D with D. Is it equal? Yes. And we have made one more comparison. That means D is present in this list of characters after total of 4 comparisons. That is what is our task now. If the substring is present, after how many comparisons we are going to find that substring in the main string. That is what we should find. That is what we should find. That is finding the substring present in the main string, and how many comparisons you are going to do that. Say for example, I'll take one more example. That was the example for single character, but usually patterns will be having more than one characters. Usually patterns will be having more than one characters. Right, say for example, this is the pattern what I want to find. I want to find pattern called CD. So is CD is present here? Yes, CD we have here. This is the pattern what we want. But we will start from comparing from A. That means how many comparisons you are doing? You have to compare 2 characters. That means continuously I should get C and D, not C here and D somewhere else. Continuously I should find the pattern now CD. So first compare this CD. That means 2 characters I should compare. So what is the first character? A. What is the first character here? C. That means first character itself is not matching. First character itself is not matching. But how many comparisons we have made for this? I will write the comparisons here. I will write the comparisons here. How many comparisons we have made for the at the beginning? Here A is compared with this C. A is compared with C. That means comparison is failing. I have made one comparison, but comparison has failed. Plus, once this first character itself is not matching, we will ignore that character. We will ignore that character and we will go with the next characters. We will start comparing from the next character onwards, because first is A and what we expect C. So it is not matching, just ignore it and leave it. Go for the next character. Compare next character with the first character of the pattern. What is first character of the pattern? First character of the pattern is C. And what is the first character here? First character here is B. So comparison is failing. But how many comparisons we have made? We have made one comparison. I think this is the total comparisons what we have to do to find that pattern in the string. Plus. So as the character is B here and we are looking for C, just ignore this also. Then again compare with the next character. So compare this first character of the string with the first character of the pattern. What is first character of pattern? C. What is the character present here? C, and they are matching. They are matching. So how many comparisons we have made? 1 plus. Then go for the next character of the pattern. What is next character of the pattern? Next character of the pattern is D. What is next character in the sequence? D. So D and D are matching. C and C are matching. That means whatever pattern we are looking for, that is CD. CD is present in the main sequence of characters, and we have made one more comparison. So that means after how many comparison we have found this CD? We have found this CD in the main sequence after 4 comparisons. That is how we do the comparison when there are more than one characters. So I hope you are following. When there are more than one characters, you have to go in this order for the pattern matching. So it is not that you are looking for CD and go from here and 1, 2, 3. Third, yeah, third place we have C. No. So we compare the first character, because what we want here is we don't want only C. We want both together. We want both together. That's why we have to compare that in the sequence. Right? Now I'll go for the textbook example, whatever is given in the textbook. Say this is the first example. What is the pattern that they are looking for? Pattern here is AABA. And what is the text given? CD, CD, CD. How many times? 10 times CD is occurring. That means pattern is AABA and CD is occurring 10 times. So obviously this is not successful one. So what I will try to show here is now, what is the pattern? Pattern is AABA. What is the text given? Text given is CD 10 times. So CD occurring 10 times. So CD, CD 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So CD is appearing these many times. But how do you perform comparisons? So compare the first character of P with the first character of T. What is first character? A. What is the first character here? C. That means failing. I will write short form C for the number of comparisons. How many comparisons we have made? One comparison, but it is failing. If the first character itself is not matching, then ignore this and go for the next character. What is next character? D. What we are looking for? A. So this is also failing, but the comparison is 1 plus. What is the next character? C. What we are looking for? A. So they are not matching, one comparison. Ignore this. What is the next character? D. What we are looking for? A. Again, they are not matching, but one comparison is over. If you go like this, we will be doing 17 comparisons, because after all these comparisons, the pattern what we are looking is not available in the string. That is what it is. We go on comparing, the pattern is not available. So the first case was for the failure. Now let us see the second case. Pattern is same. P is AABA, and the text given is something like this. What is that? ABAB double ABA. ABAB double ABA. So what I'll take here is, I will rewrite it. What is the pattern that we are trying to find? AABA. What is the text given? So text given is ABAB double ABA. ABAB double ABA. What is the text? A B A B double A B A. So here we are facing some synchronization issues. What I will do, I'll power off my camera. Right? I'm just taking your attendance. Just downloading your attendance. Right? So this is what we want to find now. One second, system is not responding. Yes. Right, this is the given task now, and ultimately we should find the number of comparison. What is the pattern? AA, sorry, I have written here C here, did not C. So please, if I make any such things, I'll be telling something and writing something. So in that case, you please tell me. So what is the pattern? AABA, and this is the given text string set of characters, and you should find. So how many comparisons we do? So compare the first character A. I'll take some other ink for this for better. Yes, differentiation. So what is the first character of pattern A? What is the first character of given string A? So they are matching. They are matching. But don't treat it as one comparison. So let us, because once you find A here successfully, what is the next character that you want? Next character that you want is again A. I want again A. What is the second character here? Second character is B. That means we have got failure after how many comparisons? After two comparisons. So after two comparison, it is failed. After two comparison, it is failed. First you compare with A with this A, successful. Second you compare this A with this B, no, it is failing. That means we have made two comparisons and it is failing. We have made two comparisons. That means you have to go on finding substrings. So as it is not giving us anything, so what we do is we will ignore this. We will ignore this first set, but we have got two comparisons. We have got two comparisons. So as the first substring is not giving a successful result, we will just ignore the first character. Leave it. Leave the first character and then go for finding the next substring onwards, next character onwards. Again, we'll be getting substrings. So what is the first character here? B. What is the first character that we want? A. Are they matching? No. So this and this, they are not matching. That means how many comparisons we have made? We have made one comparison. That means as it is not giving us any required substring, I will ignore this character also. The given string, ignore this character also. What I will do now, I will erase that. Right? So let us go for next character now. What is the next character? Next character here is A. And what we are looking for? We are looking for A. Yes, successful. How many comparisons we have made? Comparison 1. After this A, what we expect? We expect again A. But after this A, what is there here? B. That means we have made two comparisons, but it is failure. We have made two comparisons, but it is failure. So plus 2, you should take plus 2. Right? That means substring starting from this character also is not giving us the required entity. So I will ignore that also. And I will erase this. Right? Next, what is the pattern that we are looking for? We are looking for AABA. So now coming for the first character. What is the first character here? A. And what is the character present in the string? B. That means after the first comparison itself, it is a failure. It is not matching. It is not matching. How many comparisons we have made here? 1 plus. So as this is also not giving us the required one, I will just ignore this also. Erase. I'll erase this part. I'll erase this part also. Next, we have to continue from this A onwards, right? What is the pattern that we are looking for? AABA. So match A with, compare this A with this A. So how many comparisons we have made? First comparison. What is the next character? A. What is the next character available here? A. That means 2. What is the third character? B. What is the third character? B. So that means 3 comparisons. What is the fourth character? A. What is the fourth character? A. That means a total of 4 comparisons. So here we have made a total of 4 comparisons. So right, 4 comparisons, and we have found the pattern. and pattern is successfully available. It is found in the given text. So to find this pattern, how many comparisons we have made? We have made a total of these many comparisons, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4, that is 10. So we have made a total of 10 comparisons to find the required pattern in the given string, in the given text pattern. So that is how the first pattern matching algorithms. So what is the total number of comparisons? Total number of comparisons is 10. So what we have got is total number of comparisons is 10. Similarly, another failure case is given. So what we are looking for? We are looking for triple A, B, but what is available here? Only all A's are there. If you can try this with this approach, whatever I explained, this approach will be getting a total of 68 comparisons. So that is what is first pattern matching algorithm. That is what is first pattern matching algorithm. Coming to second pattern matching algorithm, how actually the algorithm works. So suppose this is what is the pattern, P equal to double A, B, A, same pattern, P equal to double A, B, A. Now these are the characters as said earlier, where TI denotes the, this must be TI, it is wrongly printed in the textbook. TI denotes the ith character of the T. And suppose first two characters of T are matching with P, that is T equal to A. See, you have to make some imaginations or assumptions in this algorithm. So don't jump to the conclusion that you are not following. So please assume the things. So what it is made to assume here, suppose first two characters of T match those of P. We are assuming that first two characters are matching. So that means right, this is what is the pattern that we are looking for, P equal to A, B, A. And what is T? T is set of characters T1, T2, T3 up to N. So what is T? T1, T2, T3 and so on. So what they are telling us to assume here, assume that first two characters of T match those of P. That means first two characters are matching. What are the first two characters of pattern A? What are the first two characters here? T1, T2. We are assuming that while searching this entire thing, we are assuming that these two are matching. So then T has one of the following three forms. Then this T will be having one of the following three forms. That means when first two are matching, if this is A, assume that if this is A, we are assuming, make an imagination. If this is A and this is also B, then what are the possibilities for this? You have to assume that it can be anything. It can be either A, either B, or anything else. So by assuming those three assumptions, this is what is being made here. What is that? Let us assume that T is having this form AAB or triple A or double AX. So let us assume that T is having these three forms. What is that? AAB or AAB or triple A. Continuation. It can continue like this. Another possibility is triple A. Continue. Another possibility is what? T equal to double AX. So these are the three possibilities. These are the three possibilities. You have to imagine here. You have to assume. If AA are the first two characters which are matching successful. If it is not successful, again we will go for the next part. So that is secondary. If AA are the first two characters, what is the possibility of third character? If this is AA, what is the possibility of this third character? The possibility of this third character is it can be either B, it can be either A, or it can be anything else other than AB. So only three possibilities. Only three possibilities. What we are looking here, either we may get B or A or anything else. So this will make us the preliminary assumption for this. This will allow us to make preliminary assumptions. This will allow us to assume some things. So this will allow us to assume the things. Now with this assumption, let us continue the algorithm. So what this assumption indicates here is based on the patterns. Based on the patterns, we are going to make some assumptions here. Right? So what are these? These are nothing but the initial possibilities when you are searching for the main string. When you are searching in this main string, what we are searching? We are searching this pattern where in this main string, and these are the possibilities. So what are these possibilities? We will make some initial assumptions here. By making these initial assumptions, we are writing this table. We are writing this table here. We are writing this table because what we expect only these patterns to be allowed for us. So this is where you should concentrate. What we want, that is where you should concentrate. If you concentrate on what we want, whatever we don't want, so that you have to eliminate. So first make four assumptions, four smaller patterns or states. We call them as states. Here Q0 is equal to null and Q1 is equal to A. That means first character. Q2 state indicates A2. That means A square. As I said in the beginning, A2 indicates A raised to 2 indicates AA. So Q0 is equal to null. It is lambda, which indicates none. There are no characters. Q1 indicates A. That means first character. So what Q2 indicates AA. That is nothing but A square. Here. First two characters. What we want to match these characters. So we are concentrating on those. And depending on them, we are writing the states. Then what Q3 indicates? Q3 must be AAB. Next pattern, next substring must be AAB. So that is written here like this. Q3 is equal to A square B. That is nothing but AAB. This only I am writing in simplified manner. Then what will be Q4? So after AAB, what we expect? We expect A again. So then obviously what will be Q4? Q4 will be AABA. That is nothing but it can be written like this A square BA. And what actually it is? It is nothing but our pattern. So what we are looking for, this is what is our pattern. So based on this, we should write the table now. Based on this, we should write the table. Now this table, now we are ready to write the table. This table indicates the traversal. We'll copy it for better understanding purpose. Right? And what pattern we are looking for? We are looking for AABA. The pattern which we are looking for is AABA. And some states we have defined. So what are the defined states? These are the states. Q0 equal to null. I will rewrite them once again. So what Q0 indicates? Q0 indicates null. What Q1 indicates? A. What Q2 indicates? AA. That is nothing but A square. What Q3 indicates? A square B. Nothing but AAB. What Q4 indicates? This required pattern AABA. That is nothing but our pattern. Now with these initial states, how this table is constructed? So the same table I am rewriting it again here. Rewriting it again here. So what these columns, these rows indicates, these rows are indicating these different states. So first write those different states. What are the different states? Different states are. I hope you can see the screen. Are you connected with me till now? Are you following the concepts? Please respond someone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. So first what I will do, the required states you write first horizontally. Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. These are the required states. And these are the patterns characters what we find. I want either either A, B or X, any other character, any other character. If you want for better understanding this table, we can write rows and columns and separate them in the form of a matrix. It will be easy for understanding. Right? This table only I am writing. I am telling you how to construct that. How to construct that. So you parallelly you have to look on these characters. What this is what is called in mathematics hypothesis. This is the given assumptions what we are going to do here. So when we are present at Q naught, what is Q naught here? Null. There are no characters. There are no characters. When there are no characters, if the first character is itself is A, then what it indicates? It indicates that we are in state A. We are in state Q1. That means you should write Q1 here. Right? So when you are in Q1 state, and you are getting next character as A. When you are in Q1 state, what is Q1 state? A. And if you are getting next character as again A, that means double A's you are getting. When you are getting double A's continuously, what it indicates? Q2. From Q1, if you get A, then it is going to indicate Q2. So rows indicates the different states and columns indicates the different characters what we read from those states. And assume that if you are at Q2, what is the Q2? Q2 is nothing but AA. If you have already AA and if you get again A, if you are already at AA, if you get again A, say for example, it is something like this. What is this AA? That is nothing but Q2. After this, the third character also you are getting as A. That means these two characters are acting as AA now. Because what basically I am trying to find AABA. I want AABA. But first two characters are AA. Yes, right. I am at Q2. Again, third character is also A. That means this AA you have to consider now. When this AA is there, you just ignore this first character and consider only these two. Say for example, there is one more A. Ignore this and consider these two. If there is one more A. Ignore this and consider these two. That means ultimately what is happening here is when you are in Q2, again you are getting A means you be in the Q2 itself. You will not change the state because all are same only, right? This A and you have one more A here. This is also giving me Q2 only. Just ignore this character. If you have double A's, what double A indicates? Double A indicates Q2. So when you are in Q2, if you have one more A here, again you are present in Q2 only, then ignore this. That means if you are looking for AAB and you are getting AAA, that means be in the same state. So that is what is the meaning of this. From Q2, if you read A, then be in the same state. Don't change the state. Because what I am looking for, I am looking for AAB. But what I am getting AA. So when you are getting all A's, be in the same state. Don't change that. Right? So assume now another case. When you are in Q3 and you are reading a character called A. When you are in Q3 and you are reading a character called A. What is Q3? Q3 is AAB. Q3 is AAB. And which character you are reading from this? You are getting a character A. That means I will write it. When you are reading AAB, already you have this AAB and you have this AAB. What is this? It is Q3. It is Q3. When you already have AAB, if you get next character as A, what it indicates? You get next character as A, it indicates that I have found the pattern. I have found the pattern what I am looking for. That means when you are present in Q3, if you get the character as A, that means the search is successful. The first column basically what it indicates, it is the column for indicating successful state of information. It is the column for indicating successful state of information. Now that is first one. Let us come to the second one. I'll erase all these patterns. Yes, let us study the second column, how it is constructed. When you are present at Q naught, when you are present at Q naught, what is the meaning of Q naught? Q naught means that null, there are no characters. We have not yet read any of the characters. We have not yet read any of the characters. But when you are at Q naught, you are suddenly getting B. That means the first pattern what you found is B. So do you need B as the first character? What we are searching, we always want first character as A, but what you have got B. From Q naught, from null character, from 0 characters, if you get the first character as B, we don't want that. That means we will be in the same state. So you be in the same state Q naught. Because even after reading that B, I just don't want that. I will ignore it. I will be in the same state because that is not what I want. What I want A as the character. So that is not making me any useful information. If I get from Q naught B, then that is not of no use to me. I will be in the same state. Then next thing, from Q1, if I read B, what is Q1? A. So Q1 means A. That I will write it here. Q1 means A. From A, if you are reading next character as B. From A, if you are reading next character as B. So do we need that? So what we need? If first character is A, second character we again want it as A itself. We again want it as A itself. So what we do? But what we got here? From Q1 we are getting B. From this A, we are getting it as B. So this is not what we want. So when we don't want B as the character, next character, but what we actually wanted, we wanted AA. That means we'll be in the same state. We will not change our state. We'll be again here in the Q naught itself. Now let us see the next possibility. The next possibility is you are in Q2. You are in Q2 and you are getting a character called B. So what Q2 indicates? Q2 indicates AA. Q2 indicates AA. So when you are in AA, what we expect the next character? We are expecting next character as B. And what we are getting the next character? We are getting the next character as B itself. That means what we want, that is present here. After 2A, we want 1B. So that is present here. So if the pattern is something like this AAB, if the pattern is something like this AAB, what it indicates? AAB indicates Q3. AAB indicates Q3. That means we have found Q3 and make the state as Q3. Make the state as Q3. Right? Now, another possibility is when you are in Q3, and you read a character called B. That means this is where you are in Q3. This is where you are in Q3 and you are reading a character called B. Do we expect this? So what we are expecting? We are expecting some A here. That means everything is getting spoiled. We have searched 3 characters, but 4th character is failing. So when 4th character is failing, we will ignore everything and again go back to search from the beginning. That is, you have to go back again to Q naught. So I will again go back to Q naught. That is how the second column is filled. Now let us see the possibilities with the third column. That is, how do we construct the third table? Right, when you are present at Q naught and you are reading some other character, any characters, anything else other than AB, we don't want to change our state. Because what you want? You only want AABA. Other than A and other than B, you don't want anything else. If you can see here, I want only A or B to be found. I don't want anything else other than this. So other than A and B, if you get anything else, then don't change the state at all. So everything it is Q naught. Everything here it is Q naught. Because other than expectation, we are concentrating only on what we want. So other than the expectation, if you get any other character, then we are not changing the state. We will go back and be at the same state Q naught. That is how we constructed the table. So for this table, we can write this state also, that is pattern matching graph. So this is called as pattern matching graph. So I'll try to explain this pattern matching graph here itself. Right. So based on this table only it is written, based on this table only. From the Q, these are the different states: Q0 state, Q1, Q2, Q3, and P. Right? When you are at Q0, and if you are reading a character called A, that is what I want. From Q0, if you read A, where you should go? You should go to Q1. From Q1, if you read A, where you should go? Q2. We will go to Q2. From Q2, if you read B, from Q2, if you read B, where you should go? Q3. From Q3, if you read A, from Q3, if you read A, where you should go? You should go to pattern. That is what is successful. This is just written based on this table. Now from Q0, if you are reading B, what do I expect first character? From Q0, if you are reading B, you be in the same state. That means again I am being in the same state. I will not change there. I'll stay where I am. Then from Q1, if you read B, where you should go? From Q1, if you read B, where you should go? You should go to Q0. From Q1, if you read B, where you should go? You should go to Q0. From Q2, if you read A, from Q2, if you read A, where you should be? You should be in the same state, Q2. How I have explained it just now in that explanation part, right? I'll be in the same state. From Q3, if you read B, from Q3, if you read B, where you should go? Go back to the beginning state. So we will just go back to the beginning state. That is called as pattern matching graph. Actually, such more examples we will be studying in automata theory and computability. That is final state of automata in your 5th semester. When you will be in your 5th semester, much details will be studied. But for now, you need to understand only this much, how the patterns will be found. So this entire thing, whatever I explained, this is what is the theoretical part for that. And these are some more examples what they have considered. Just we go on reading and the patterns are found, and successful conditions and failure conditions are also given. And this is what I wanted to convince today. That means this is bit is